What are you doing?
Mute yourself. I can hear you walking.
Okay.
Bugs on the mic, you know the show. Turn it up loud, let the whole world know. Straight out of Rustin, reppin' on the flow. Dallas Cowboys on my chest, let the star glow. Bugs got the podcast, speakers on blast. Talking about the game, every moment gon' last. Snaps in the back, bass hitting low. Crowd in the stands, watch the energy grow. Cowboys Nation, ride or die crew. If you doubt the star, we coming for you. Told you so. Yeah, I told you so. When them Cowboys win, everybody know. I told you so. I told you so. From Rustin to Dallas, let the fire blow.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. You do know the difference between day and night. You do know the difference between left and right. You do know the difference between ups and downs. Well, that all describes what the Dallas Cowboys are actually going through as we speak right now. But it's called a turnaround. And when we turn it around, the night becomes day. The darkness becomes light. And still sitting behind that center is that $60 million man named Rain Dakota Prescott. The same quarterback a lot of you fair weather fans doubt. The same Dakota Prescott that a lot of you people told me that wasn't it. The same Rain Dakota Prescott you guys laughed at for signing a $60 million deal. The same Dakota Prescott that put on a record performance in the first half last night. The same Rain Dakota Prescott that you guys always want to point the finger at every time something goes wrong. Well, Rodney, they're not talking about Prescott today. But they don't want to talk about the numbers that Prescott put up. It was called last night, pick your poison. Prescott completed passes to 8 or 9 different receivers last night. Touchdowns going to Pickens. Touchdown going to CeeDee Lamb. Touchdown going to Ferguson. Touchdown going to Ryan Flournoy. 4 different receivers. Pick your poison. The thing about it is, that's my quarterback. And I told y'all this from day one. Even when you blame Dak for messing up, he made one boo-boo last night, was it? Or do you give the Raiders defensive end the credit because he is an all-pro? And he probably was the only Raider on defense that came to play ball. Yeah, Crosby was in the mix to become a Cowboy. And he kind of showed us a sign that if we would have gotten him, what we would have been seeing. He sacked Dak, caused him to fumble. But a lot of people saying, Dak, get rid of the ball, but wasn't nobody open. So Dak didn't force the ball to throw an interception. Unfortunately, he turned it over. But the thing about it is, the play calling from Brian Schottenheimer was so unique last night, Patrick, that everybody was open. Remind you, I just told you Dak completed passes to 8 or 9 different receivers last night. Not just to Lamb or Pickens. But I'm going to back up a little bit. I told you once the show gets rolling, that filet mignon is going to be served. You just got to see which taste buds that fits your taste. Do you want a lot of CeeDee Lamb or do you want a lot of George Pickens? You have your choice. And last night we gave you a whole platter full of George Pickens. And I know you guys keep thinking, oh, Jerry's going to blow this deal. Oh, Jerry's not going to sign him. We don't have to worry about that. There's something called the franchise tag. We control how Pickens is going to go. Let Pickens continue to put up the numbers. Let Pickens continue to be consistent. Let Lamb continue to be consistent. Oh, last night they didn't start the game. They wanted to hang out in Vegas. That's why. By the time they got in the game, did you see that light turn on? And boy, stayed on all night long. And the thing about it is, we were utilizing our personnel from the backside tackle to the tight end, all the way across the front line to the number 4 receiver. So Dak Prescott came in and did exactly what the $60 million man is supposed to do. I know, Rodney, a lot of the haters were watching and rooting for the Raiders, knowing, Mr. Murphy, that the Raiders didn't have a chance. At the kickoff, they did. Opening drive, they made looked a little bit good. But the Dallas Cowboys got ramped up. The offense, which I'm telling you guys, may be the greatest show on turf. Once we get all our alignments and all our T's, all our I's, all our O's circled in, we really have one of the most potent offenses in NFL. And a lot of people don't want to give the credit to him, but it's Dak Prescott. You know, that's my quarterback. All you haters was clapping your ass off last night. The ones that said Dak wasn't it. I hate the name drop. I'm going to keep that to myself, but I got receipts. You say Dak wasn't it, but Dak putting the ball where the receivers could catch it. Or you want to talk about that fourth touchdown that CeeDee Lamb dropped? Or you want to say Dak made a bad pass? Dak was under pressure. They was blitzing Dak. CD was wide open. Once he realized he was that wide open, he lost balance. That means he lost focus. So know who to point the finger at. And no, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I'm not saying the Cowboys going to the Super Bowl because we won last night. Rodney Mitchell is one game at a time. No, I'm not looking past the Philadelphia Eagles. I'm not going to go back to the Raiders game because we can't count that. We don't play them again. It's one game at a time. And the thing about it is we play complementary football. Just look at it. When the defense gave the offense back the ball, Dak Prescott turned it into points. But y'all talk about my quarterback. When the defense picked off the ball, made them punt, Dak Prescott put points up on the board. But y'all said Dak wasn't it. Who do you want Dak to be? What do you expect Dak to be? No, he's not Lamar Jackson because he has weapons. No, he's not the kid up in Buffalo because Dak actually thinks before he reacts. No, he's not Joe Burrow because Dak actually played behind a sturdy offensive line. Did you see my offensive line? How I know my offensive line did great. Look at what the running backs were able to gain by yardage. So as long as I told y'all, if we keep running the ball, Mr. Graham, everything opens up. Run the damn ball. I said that 2 weeks ago. Last night, did you see Javonte Williams running the damn ball? Did you see Malik Davis come in and run the damn ball? I told you they don't trust Jaden Blue simply because he's still tiptoeing. So we got to go with what we know. And Davis been around for a while. He's trustworthy. That's why he's still on the roster. But feeding Javonte Williams that ball last night, he's always leaning forward. Yeah, he does have trouble protecting the ball at times. But the thing about it is, he's always leaning forward. My offensive line has to be given the credit. Yes, because they're on the offensive side of the ball. These guys are in the trenches and they're moving mountains. And the key to any Cowboys offense to be successful is what? The offensive line. We cut back on turnovers last night as far as penalties, which was great because it helped us sustain drives. It helped us keep moving forward. And that's something that has hampered the Dallas Cowboys in previous years. Offensive line false snaps. Y'all remember we even got to the point where Dak had to change the cadence to, you know, here we go, here we go. And why Schottenheimer cut it out because it gave the defense time enough to jump as well. The here we go was a cadence to keep the offensive line from jumping. We got smart on the offensive line. The technique got a lot better on the offensive line. The blocking has got a lot better on the offensive line. Now, when we run the ball, it makes play action deadly because you're watching Javonte Williams in the backfield. Ferguson don't snuck out up in the middle. You're watching Ferguson too hard, they'll go CeeDee Lamb crossing your face as he did last night. You continue to watch CeeDee Lamb too hard, you got big number 3 standing over there waving his hands. The Cowboys, ladies and gentlemen, offensively, are a deadly weapon. Deadly. Because long as we on a roll, hopefully we picking up that roll right now, gaining momentum, going into the Philadelphia game. I want to run the ball. Stay consistent with the play calling. Don't sit there and want to throw the ball. I told y'all, when Dak is not forced to throw the ball 30 to 40 times, he don't turn the ball over. It ain't a head scratcher. I told you so. I've been telling you that. As long as Dak doesn't have to throw the ball 35 to 40 times, he ain't turning over the ball. Not by interception. Last night, that fumble was the first fumble Dak done lost in a minute. But y'all don't want to give Dak that credit. But think about it. Long as we running the ball, we protecting my $60 million man to remain healthy. And that's the key to going into a game like the Philadelphia Eagles. The Cowboys are healthy. Healthy. The Cowboys are running almost like a well-oiled machine. And come next week, filet mignon will be served over at Jerry's World. You have to pick your poison. Dak didn't necessarily beat the ball to CD. That's what he did last year. Forcing the ball to CD, which caused the turnovers to accumulate. But now he don't have to force it to CD. When you're steady worried about Pickens, he's going to drop one back to CD. Focused on CD, he's going to drop one to Flournoy. Focused on Flournoy, he's going to drop it off to Turpin. Notice Tolbert has been taken completely out the picture, only on running downs. I pay attention. And Turpin's going to break one soon. Just wait. But we have to continue to play complementary football. When the defense give us the ball back by getting off the field without giving up points, Dak Prescott go put up points. That's how you stay ahead of the game. Playing complementary football. It works hand in hand. The offense is giving the defense a rest by running the damn ball. The defense is giving the offense a chance to get back on the field to score the ball when they 3 and out, when they cause a turnover. And we're going to get into the defensive side of the ball in the next segment, guys, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. We're going to cut here for a commercial. I'll be back with you in another minute and 40 seconds or so. And we're going to talk about the defensive side of the football. Be right back with you.
It's holiday season. This holiday season, gift yourself with the gift of luxury, style, comfort, and a smart mortgage that fits your life. When you work with me, I make financing seamless, and that includes expert guidance, fast approvals, and most importantly, fast closings. So what are you waiting on? Contact me today. You too can be sitting at your dining room table with your family, creating joyous moments this holiday season. My number is 318-394-1406 because the best address this season is the one that you call home.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, are you bothered by sciatica pain, sleepless nights, aches in aches in your bones and in your joints that you didn't even know you had? If so, call Jalen Ferguson at Alpha Performance and Wellness. Jalen is not only top of his class, he's also mobile throughout the DF Dub all the way to Louisiana. Give Jalen Ferguson a call today to realign your body so your body will be back in order. Well, class reunion, church picnics, family reunions, vacations, maybe even a money bouquet. Call Shell Williams today. They're at Custom Pleasures. No matter what size the quantity, you will definitely get top-notch quality and customer service. Call Shell Williams today at Custom Pleasures. Let her upgrade your gear, personalize your wardrobe, have you ready, or your group entitled to new clothing with your own personalized information. Upgrade your security today. Not just any type of security, your personal security. Contact Dedrick Cheney. Let him upgrade your security from Vegas to Miami, Houston to Dallas, Chicago to New Orleans. Dedrick Cheney is there to be professional, diligent, on time, and ready to protect you. Matthew Eberflus. Eberflus, you earned another week. You made the adjustments. You made the proper calls. You finally utilizing your personnel. And Craig, that would help the Cowboys overcome last night. Even with the Raiders, you utilized the personnel. Yeah, we had Overshawn come back. Of course, we traded a guy, Quentin Williams, in there. And did you take a look at the cornerback, Mr. Revels? They tried him 2 times, but he denied them every time they came. So Eberflus, now understand you have to use the personnel you have versus the information you got written on paper. It shows last night. Again, the difference between night and day. Stopping the run, we held the top drafted running back to 7 yards last night running the ball. It wasn't our fault Kelly decided not to run the ball. But when they did run the ball, the Cowboys shut it down. We actually got pressure on the quarterback. Not only did Quentin Williams, newly acquired defensive tackle from the Jets, record a safety, also recorded a safety. The defensive end recorded a safety. The other defensive tackle recorded a safety. The interior finally got to the quarterback. Kenny Clark got to the quarterback. Osi got to the quarterback. Quinn Williams got to the quarterback. And that's all the Cowboys been needing. Putting the pressure on the quarterback. Michael who? Michael who? Oh, y'all still crying over Michael Parsons? I told y'all Jerry won the trade. Across my front four, I got 4 all pro. from Jadeveon Clowney, Kenny Clark, Quinn Williams, and Dante Fowler. 4 front defensive linemen that are all pro. And let's throw in Ezraku. He did record that safety last night. Y'all just have to give Ezraku time. And it's coming. The momentum for Ezraku is building up so big, it's showing. And the thing about it is, the impact of these guys coming is loud. Because the defensive line got a rotation that keeps fresh bodies going at the quarterback at all times. The linebackers have a rotation that keeps them healthy, keeps them active. And now, the cornerbacks who all y'all thought was garbage, and I kept telling y'all it's not my cornerbacks. Did you see Bland looking like Bland last night? Because Eberflus knows now how to utilize his personnel towards the scheme that he tries to run. Zone really is only good in red zone situations because you shorten the field. You make the quarterback eyes go quicker, but yet and still you applying the pressure to the quarterback. Leo Fowl had a good game. Y'all didn't see James last night, had a good game. Murray even had a good game. They were playing complementary football amongst themselves. They were holding each man accountable. Why do you think we look different? That's the difference between night and day. You're actually going in there and getting off the field. There was no sustained drives last night on the Cowboys. Something that everybody has been doing all year long. Last night, Geno Smith was the first quarterback that the Cowboys actually made look like himself. Remember Russell Wilson? Made him look like all pro. Now Russell's third string. Justin Fields, now he's on the bench. In a rare quarterbacks, even the backup Brissett, for the Cardinals, we made him look great. But it all came together, Miss Everett, Miss Yvette. It all came together last night. Eberflus finally understands that he's working with the most talent that he's ever coached on the defensive side of the ball. Let them do what they do. And that's pressure the quarterback and shut down the wide receivers. Do y'all recall any of the Raider wide receivers catching balls last night? No, they threw the balls to Brock Bowers, the tight ends, and the backside tight end, and the third tight end. They ran 3 tight ends last night. When they did run the wide receiver packages, Revel shut his man down. Carson shut his man down. That's all leading to say, what are we going to do with Diggs? Oh, y'all didn't notice he wasn't out there? That's the question. What are the Cowboys going to do with Diggs? Because last night, there wasn't any questions at cornerback. Nobody got burnt. Even Donovan Wilson looked like the Donovan Wilson we drafted because Eberflus didn't keep them in a zone situation, exposing Donovan Wilson, exposing Malik Hooker. Yeah, we got Malik Hooker back last night. Y'all didn't see all the reinforcements that came back last night. Not only was it Quentin Williams, Overshawn, Caleb Carson, Rebels on the outside, but we also got back Malik Hooker. Guys, we revamped our whole defense over a 2-week time. We changed it. The deal with Diggs is right now he's the outside man looking in. Conspiracy theory, Diggs had a 4-game suspension that they called it an accident. So right now, it's the next man up. And those guys that are playing the cornerback position right now, they're doing their job, making sure Bland is the nickel cornerback. That's why the defense looks different, ladies and gentlemen. But the key to our defense, no matter how we looked last night against the Vegas Raiders, we have to remain consistent. That's the only thing that counts. Because if we go into next week not playing up to our capabilities, the Eagles gonna thump us. But the Eagles are gonna be minus the top offensive tackle. The offensive line is already hampered. But I still want to see when Dakota Prescott lines up as that chef, serving filet mignon, picking the poison of who he want to throw it to. That's what y'all got to get ready for. Who you going to hold, Philadelphia? You going to focus on Pickens? You going to focus on Lamb? Can't do that. You going to focus on Flanoy? You can't do that. You going to focus on Ferguson? You can't do that. I'm sorry for you haters. The Cowboys are about to turn that page. No, I'm not measuring it because we did it against the Raiders. I'm measuring it based upon Jerry Jones smiling up in the booth last night, rubbing his hands together because he know when he rolled a dice, he hitting 7 and 11. And he rolled a dice and won the trade with Green Bay by getting rid of Michael Parsons. Look how much capital we were able to gain. Kenny Clark, Quinn Williams. Not to mention, I still got 2 first-round draft picks. Able to sign Tyler Smith, Deron Bland, Jake Ferguson. Hold up. And I still got 2 first-round draft picks. This is chess, not checkers. Yeah, getting to the playoffs, it looks like a big hill to climb. But the thing about it is, Miss Yvette remaining consistent, building momentum, because we're running into the trenches of our season right now. Finna face Philly. Then we're going to turn around and face Kansas City. Then we're going to turn around and face Detroit. It's not the teams that we're facing. It's the 3-game span over 9 days. That's what we are fighting, Trev. Not the opponents. We are fighting the ability to stay healthy by playing 3 games over a 9-day span. Why you say that, Bugs? Sunday, we play the Eagles. Thursday, we play Kansas City. The following Sunday, we turn right back and go to Detroit. Now it's time for make or break. But gaining momentum, being consistent, beating the Philadelphia Eagles reshapes the whole NFC East. They know it. That's why some of them watching this right now. They know it. That's why some of them got something to say. They know it because they're pumping themselves up to think they're ready for the Cowboys. They saw it last night and hoping that Dallas Cowboys don't open that 6-pack of ass whipping on their ass on Sunday. Well, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we're going to get into more of that in the next segment. I got another commercial break and sponsor to shout out to. So I'll see you back in another minute in about 40 seconds.
Your dream home awaits. You've been dreaming of living in a desirable neighborhood with top-tier amenities such as playgrounds, dog parks, community centers, and state-of-the-art swimming pools, friendly neighbors, and so much more. Your first step is to contact me, a top-rated independent mortgage broker. Experienced guidance, quick, easy closings, and an average savings of $10,000 when you work with an independent mortgage broker. So what are you waiting on? It's time to own your dream. Contact me, Jeremy Brooks, at 318-394-1406.
Body need realignment, feet hurting, sciatica pain, numbness in your toes, migraines, can't sleep at night, body hurting from aches and pains that you know didn't even grow on you. Or take time and give Jalen Ferguson a call today at Alpha Performance and Wellness. Jalen will come out and get you together, get your body realigned, and get you set and ready to go tomorrow. Personalize your wardrobe for class reunions, family reunions, church events, graduations, baby showers, even family trips. Call Cheryl Williams today at Custom Pleasures to let her personalize your wardrobe. From money bouquets to personal fans, Custom Pleasures is there for you. No matter what size the quantity, you will definitely get the top-notch quality. Upgrade your security detail by calling Derrick Cheney. From Vegas to Miami, Chicago to New Orleans, Dallas to Chicago. He's professional, diligent, on time, and ready to protect you. Give Derrick Cheney a call today to upgrade your security detail. And in other NFL news, you guys have been begging everybody to see Shedeur Sanders. What's going on, Melvin? I'm glad you're here. Well, guys, as you see, Shedeur ain't ready. I've been telling y'all that. But Shedeur looked good against the Carolina Panthers in preseason. And I told y'all, you put Shedeur up in that against Baltimore. I said this 3 months ago, and it came. I told you so. Shedeur ain't ready. You want to see him now because of the name on the back, but he ain't ready. I want him to be protected before he come to the starting lineup. But you guys want to see him so bad, they gave you a taste of it. They got a quarterback shuffle going all through the NFL, not only in Cleveland. New Orleans got a quarterback shuffle. Atlanta got a quarterback shuffle. The Jets got a quarterback shuffle. The Giants even got a quarterback shuffle. And not to mention the Pittsburgh Steelers. It's in question. Can your boy hold up? Can Aaron Rodgers hold up? It's in question. But I know I need to focus on the Cowboys. The Cowboys are putting together something that we've been looking forward to seeing. And that's a complete game against a winning opponent. Yeah, we tend to do more damage against less quality opponents, but can we put the same game together against the Eagles? Let me remind you, the Eagles beat us by 4 points. That's without Quinn Williams. That's without Revels. That's without Carsons. That's without Overshawn. I'm just dropping bombs for you. We did all of this without these people. We coming into this weekend against the Philadelphia Eagles with a healthy roster. And that's the key to the Dallas Cowboys seasons of the past, leading all the way up to now, is being healthy. This is the healthiest that Dak Prescott has been in a few years. And how are we able to keep Dak healthy? By running the damn ball. Not with CD. Let's not pull that circus out no more. That cost us a couple of games. We can run the table by running the damn ball. Pressure the quarterback. Take chances on defense. We got the most prolific offense that we've had in years. If we play complementary football, there's not a team in the NFL that can stand on the field with America's team. You saw CeeDee Lamb. You saw Pickens. Let them bring the same game that we played last night over into Jerry's world on Sunday, because it's going to be loud. Cowboys win that game, it reshapes not only the NFC East, but the NFC playoff pairings. It makes a difference, Melvin. If we run the damn ball, we don't have to sit back. When Dak Prescott throws the ball 35 times or more, that means we're not running the ball. That means he's prone to interceptions. He's prone to turnovers. He's prone to make the Dak haters say, oh, it's his fault. He can't do that. But when Dak puts on a performance, as he's been doing on the first half of the year, leading over until last night, what are the naysayers talking about? I can't hear you. I want to know what the naysayers got to say. How you doing, Nicole? But that's my quarterback. Rain Dakota Prescott, hails out of Holland, Louisiana, out of that 318. That's my quarterback. And on Sunday night, the Philadelphia Eagles, Sunday evening revel, the Philadelphia Eagles are going to get a big taste of my quarterback. 20-2, 21-2 against the NFC East at home. You got to know your personnel to call out facts like I'm calling. Check them if you think I'm lying. Is he 21-2 against the NFC East at home? You're talking about Rain Dakota Prescott. Yeah, I get that excitement when I know information like that about my team. Stay seated. Get your popcorn ready. It's going to be a show at 3 o'clock Sunday evening, live from Jerry's World. Now I'm down to the last part of the program where I'm giving y'all my 3 picks of the week. Pick number 1, we're going to go with the Pittsburgh Steelers as the underdog. +3. Yeah, we're going to take the Steelers. My second pick, we're going to go with the Arizona Cardinals, taking the +2.5. And my final pick, I mean, y'all know what my pick going to be, baby. It's about them Cowboys. Oh, yeah. I want all the plus money with the Cowboys on Sunday. Give me the Cowboys and the +3.5 to upset the Philadelphia Eagles and take control of the NFC East by surprise. Ladies and gentlemen, it's been a good show. I welcome y'all who's the new people. I'll be here every Tuesday at 6 p.m. Not only am I streaming from YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, I'm also streaming at Blue TV. Download RAD, plus scroll down and get Blue TV streaming services. It's similar to your Hulu. They're in competition with your Hulu. So I'm streaming worldwide. I'm not only on Facebook, Twitch, or Facebook. Guys, I'm everywhere talking about them Cowboys. Yeah, buddy. I got 4 words for you. How about them Cowboys? Keep your prayers up and your head up. We're going to talk to you next week. Then again, I may come in Thursday with an Eagles fan and we do a little rapping back and forth. How would y'all like that? All right, well, I'm going to find one. And about 6 o'clock on Thursday evening, before the 7 o'clock NFL game, I'm gonna have a Philadelphia Eagle, and we're gonna talk a little business. But until then, how about them Cowboys? Yeah, buddy.
Bugs on the mic, you know the show. Turn it up loud, let the whole world know. Straight out of Rustin, reppin' on the flow. Dallas Cowboys on my chest, let the star glow. Bugs got the podcast, speakers on blast. Talking about the game, every moment gon' last. Snaps in the back, bass hitting low. Crowd in the stands, watch the energy grow. Cowboys Nation, ride or die crew. If you doubt the star, we coming for you. Told you so. Yeah, I told you so. When them Cowboys win, everybody know. I told you so. I told you so. From Rustin to Dallas, let the fire blow.
How about the Cowboys?